As many of you know, I'm a born-again Christian. I was an atheist for a very long time, and one day I prayed specifically to Jesus, not really expecting anything, and I had a supernatural experience. I had a vision or a dream, whichever you want to call it, and I believe that's when I was baptized in the Holy Spirit. And because of that experience, when I came back into my body, I was a born again Christian, and I told everyone I knew about it. Everybody knew that I was pretty anti Christian and didn't have a lot of respect for the whole thing, thought it was really silly. And God just turned the color on in my life, went from black and white to no longer being colorblind. And for a, kind of cliche analogy, but that it's hard to explain. So bear with me. But the biggest thing that I did when I prayed, the theme of my prayer was, I don't want to do it my way. If there's a creator, then the creator knows better than me and knows the way. And so take my life and do with it as you please, because it's yours if you gave it to me, and you know better than I do. And I had been a very diligent journaler since I was 13. And I was about 27 when this happened. So I have about 14 years of daily journaling and rarely ever missed a day all those years. But after becoming a Christian, things got weird with journaling because a lot of journaling is making plans and tracking progress towards plans. And when you're not making your own plans anymore and you're not living for tomorrow or yesterday, and you're trying more to live in the moment and produce fruits of the Spirit daily and in each moment, it really takes away a lot of motivation to journal, because I'm no longer forging my own path and aiming for these milestones and climbing these mountains and trying to get to these vain peaks. And so I've been trying to figure out how to reorient myself. And what I'm finding is that instead of doing what I did before, I'm just tracking, making a record of what I'm doing. So, and I don't keep a journal anymore, really. Sometimes I like to write just to work out my thoughts or do some math, but my journaling now is tracking what sports my kids did, what our homeschooling curriculum is each quarter, and our progress towards it, and tracking what's happening in my life, what's unfolding. It's more like record keeping and less like planning for the future. And it's really interesting. It's taken me a really long time because I've been a Christian now for about 7 years, and so many things have changed. I've had to reinvent, how do I dress? How do I talk? What are my goals? The goals are no longer things that would impress people of the world or make my status within the world higher. It's no longer climbing the ladder, and it's no longer really long-term goals. It's more like, am I learning to relax and not worry? Am I learning to be kind and generous and patient, and learning more deeply what all of those things that seem so basic, what they really more deeply mean? And all the fruits of the Spirit, trying to max those out. And the Bible does say to live in the moment. we're supposed to count the cost before we delve into big decisions. But yeah, being a Christian is more about who you are in the moment and the impact that you're having on other people. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you can relate, or if you've experienced something similar, what comes next.